Hi guys, this is Shiro. I'm gonna show you my Omni-Ace deck profile that I play quite regularly at locals. Yeah, let's get into it. So, the egg is Coromon from BT14. It's the best red egg in the game. It's basically a really good draw engine. Yeah, not much to say about it. It's also Coromon, which is important for level 4 in the deck. Our first rookie is Agumon from BT17. Basically, it's the main archetype level 3 for this deck. You want to go up and raise and then start a main. If you have a Tamer, you can then return, say, your Omnimon if it's in the trash, which is its main thing you would use it for, or a Gremlin. Yeah. And then the main thing about it is, end of turn, you may DNA this Digimon and another Digimon card in hand, which lets you end of turn DNA, which is, you don't always do it, but it's an option in the deck. Our next rookie is the other half, which is Goblimon from BT17. The starting main for this is slightly better, so if you have a Tamer with Mat in its name, you get to draw one in the starting main, so your dual Tamer will always trigger this. And then it also has the end of turn DNA where you can go into Omnimon if you need to. Our next rookie, which is the only Searcher rookie of the deck, BT12 Agumon. So on player reveal top 4 and then add one Digimon card with Greymon or Omnimon in its name and one Tamer with Tai. So the main reason to run this is it lets you find your Tai Tamers, your Tai Mat dual Tamer, and it lets you get an Omnimon or a Greymon. The downside is it will bottom deck your Metal Grurumons, which can be a real issue sometimes, I found playing the deck. But currently it's the best one until a new one comes out. And the +1 DP does come up sometimes. Our next rookie is BT14 Agumon. So if we have our dual Tamer on the board, starting main we get the Digivolve into Greymon for 0. And the Greymon in the deck is like one of the cornerstone cards of the deck. It's really, really strong, and you'll see why soon. But yeah, it's really powerful. And then our last rookie is Ukamon from BT16. Everyone knows what it does. It's just an extra consistency piece. Lets you sort of rookie rush, and then you have the Coromon egg underneath, which gives you a free draw if you think it's going to die. Yeah, put it to 1.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, that way you never miss a thing.
So our only level 4 in the deck, and probably the best card other than the Omnimon, is Greymon. So it has a special effect. Basically it has all the names of Digimon underneath it, which comes up. It's Digimon, when Digivolved effect is, if this Digimon has Coromon as Digivolution cards, it gets 3000 DP for a turn. Then delete one of your Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. So it usually gets up to 9k maybe, sometimes 10k with the certain Agumons underneath. Then the alternative is it has the name of all level 3 or lower cards and its Digivolution cards. So for example, you can go into Greymon, then go into Agumon, then go into Greymon, go into Agumon, and make a massive stack to get a really insane on-deletion effect. The card itself has an on-deletion. You may play a Tamer card with Tai in its name, or carry, or you can hatch in your breeding area. The main thing you want to do though is play out your Tamers for free, and it has inheritable on-deletion to do the same. It's I've seen some lists run it at 3, but I think it's just too broken, so I run it at 4. So there's no level 5s in the deck. Our first level 6 is BT14 War Greymon. So this is just add a little bit more consistency to the deck because we run the other War Grey at a 4. The main thing of this card is it lets you Digivolve on top of an Agumon for 4. If your opponent has a level 6 Digimon, then you get the Raid and Pierce into it. It doesn't come up that often. It's more to do with you want 5 targets that you can DNA with instead of 4 each. So this is our next level 6 of the deck, Malagurumon. So it Digivolved on top of Goblimon for 4 if your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon on the board. Its main effect is it stuns 2 targets, so you can stun Tamers, so like hybrid matchup, or you can stun Digimon and they just can't suspend. It also has evade, which is really, really good. And then if it would be suspended, it may unsuspend, so it can potentially avoid removal twice. So our next level 6, which is in the main level 6s of the deck, in this archetype, is the BT17 Wargreymon. So when this card will be played, if you have a team with Tai Kamiya in its name, reduce the play cost by 3, so you're always playing this out for 7. On play, activate one of the following below. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8k DP or less, which does come up sometimes. And then the main one is one of your Goblimon may Digivolve in the Malagurumon hand, ignoring its dissolution requirements and without paying the cost. And then the inheritable is when attacking. If this Digimon has Omnimon in the same top card of your opponent's security stack. So the main combo is if you have a Goblimon on board, you hard play this for 7, then you go into Malaguru and then you DNA into Omni. And then the other half of this set is Malagurumon, which is the hardest piece to see in the entire deck because your searcher's bottom deck up. So same kind of deal, you play it out for 7, but you get a stun effect instead of a deletion effect if you want to choose that, or one of your Agumons may Digivolve into Wargreymon. Then you end a turn DNA. The inheritable is if the Digimon is Omnimon, its name unsuspended, so you're usually doing a chat or you're swinging at the end of turn, then you're trashing security, you unsuspend, and then your Omnimon's live with blocker. And then the main card of the deck Omnimon Ace. So has raid, blocker, and on play when Digivolving. If DNA Digivolving, choose one of your opponent's Digimon. Return it and all other Digimon with the same level as it to the bottom of the deck. Then delete one of their Digimon. So thematically it's to basically delete Dabormon because this is the movie Omnimon. You blast DNA in this either on your opponent's turn or you can end a turn DNA in it on your turn. It really depends what the board's like and what you want to do. Really powerful card. The only downside of the card is when you're into Omni Ace, that's when you're most vulnerable, but it's also when you do the most damage to your opponent. The on-play and when Digivolving is completely broken for board wipes. It can wipe a whole board and then delete a Digimon, or you can, because it's 2 different forms of removal, it's hard to protect against unless the Digimon has just protection from Digimon. But Bandai wouldn't print them. Our next level 7 is Agumon Bond of Bravery. So we run this one over Goblimon Bond of Bravery, which I think is the better level 7, but we run twice as much Agumons as we do Goblimons. So it's on play when Digivolve, delete up to this Digimon's DP's total worth of your opponent's Digimon. When attacking once per turn, if you have a Tamer, trash your opponent's top security card. It can be 16k I think with Agumon from BT14. So it can get pretty big and delete most stuff in the game. And then our last level 7 is Alter B. So I used to run this as a 2 of, but I felt there was a brick in the hand sometimes. Everyone knows what it does. You Digivolve on top of Omnimon in name for 2, when Digivolving Digivolve 3, and then one of your opponents, then choose any number of your opponent's Digimon so that their play cost adds up to 6 and then delete them. It's not that important in this deck. The main thing is if you go into Omni Ace on your turn and go into this for 2, you then meet the requirement of its when attacking effect, which is you can trash all 3 sources to delete or to trash your opponent's 2 top security and then swing for game. It's kind of overkill sometimes. It's like a win more card. I have thought putting it to 1, or putting it to 0, but it has won me a couple of games before. Then our main tamer of the deck is Taikamiya and Mat Ashita. So all turns when one of your Digimon are played or Digivolved by suspending this tamer. If you have a Digimon with Greymon in its name, gain 1 memory. If you have one with Garurumon in its name, gain 1 memory. So what you want to do is, you want to have, say, an Agumon in field, you then play out a Metal Garurumon. You Metal Garurumon and then Digivolve your Agumon into War Greymon. That is when you tap the tamer, so you'll gain 2 memory per tamer on the board, which is really, really good. It also gives you the color requirements for the option card in the deck, and its main effect, which is end of turn, one of your Digimon with Omnimon in its name may attack a player. So it lets you end of turn DNA and then attack with Omnimon for 3 total security checks, or 2 sorry. You trash one and then you do 1 check and then you unsuspend. Yeah, I mean, the deck wouldn't work without this tamer. You need to get it out as quickly as possible. That's why we run 4 Greymons. Our last tamer is Taikamiya from Starter Deck 15. So this mini memory setter in the deck. When an attack card is switched, you may spend this tamer to draw 1. Then one of your Digimon gains 2000 TP to the end of the turn. So Omni Ace has Raid, so you can tap it on your turn if you want to gain or if you want to draw a card and buff up Omnimon to 17k or 18k depending on its inheritables. And then Omnimon also has Blocker, so on your opponent's turn if they attack you, you can switch the target and draw a card, buff up Omnimon again. Yeah, it's the best memory setter to run. Your Agumon searches it. The first option card of the deck, and the best option card in the deck, is Miraculous Mega Knight, which is the movie option card. So, you may play 1 Agumon or Gabumon from your hand or trash that paying the cost. Then place this card in the battle area, so you're already 1 memory up because all your rookies cost 3, so you're playing them for 1 less. Then the best fact is, all turns when one of your level 6 Digimon with Greymon or Garurumon name would be leave the battle area, outside the battle, delay that Digimon and a card in hand may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card with Omnimon in its name in the hand. So currently the only target switch is Ultra Ace and Omni Ace. Basically what you do is you'll go into a War Grey on your turn and then pass the turn with this on the board, for example, and then it sets up the Ace no matter what your opponent does. So if they attack you, go to Ace, or if they try to remove your Digimon, you go to Ace. It's really tricky to play around. It's definitely the best option card in the deck. You need to run a 4 of. It is really broken. And in security, you may play 1 card with Taikamiya or Mat Ashita in its name from your hand or trash to paying the cost, and add this card to the hand. You might not think the stuff playing from trash comes up, but like when you're playing this deck, you want to kind of rookie rush at the start of the game, so you have a lot of like stuff in trash. Then the newest addition to the deck is Wisteria Memory Boost. So it's themed for Gabumon and Agumon. It's a 2-color memory gainer. So I reveal top 3 cards instead of 4, add 1 blue or red Digimon from among them, and then return the rest on the deck, then place this card in the battle area, gain 2 memory. Yeah, it's added a lot of consistency to the deck. Like I said before, your other searchers bottom deck your Metal Garurumons. This searcher does not, but it still bottom decks your Omnimons. So none of the searches in the deck are perfect yet, but we'll get there. And then the last option card and the last 2 cards in the deck are Fireball. So initially the deck runs into is Floodgates, where you can't Digivolve by an effect or reduce dissolution costs or reduce play costs, sorry. This will either delete those Floodgates or let you draw 2. The main strategy of this deck is you want to get as much cards in hand as you possibly can. if you have enough cards in hand, you can sometimes just go into Omni and then go into second Omni if you have enough memory. Just end of turn attack with your Tamer out on board. I've seen some people use Crimson Blaze as like a 2-of instead, but I feel like the consistency is more important. I'd rather just go into Omni and try and win from there. If you get into them early enough, you sort of tempo shift the game a lot and then they have to try and react to it. But yeah, that's the deck tech. Thanks for listening.